In April 1969, de Gaulle told the French people they had a choice between progress and chaos. They duly chose chaos. He resigned as president and died a year later. So the Prime Minister of Hungary and the President of Colombia might be forgiven a few nerves today. Here's Nick Morgan from Newcastle University's Centre for Latin American Studies on that Colombian vote.
After 50 years of armed conflict, Colombians are being asked to vote today in a plebiscite on the peace accords negotiated between the administration of President Juan Manuel Santos and the country's largest and oldest guerrilla organization, the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, or FARC. The decision to put the agreement to a popular vote is a risk, but it's a move that was deemed necessary in order to establish the democratic legitimacy of the agreement. This is partly due to the fierce opposition to the deal that has come from the previous president, Álvaro Uribe. Between 2002 and 2010, the Uribe administration demonized the FARC as terrorists and drug traffickers, denying them any political legitimacy and calling for a patriotic crusade against the rebels. Backed by a massive injection of military funding from the US, Colombia's armed forces inflicted heavy losses on the FARC. Ironically, it was the toll taken by this offensive that led to the current agreement. Appeals to emotion rather than rational argument are typical of campaigns of this sort. Uribe and his supporters claim the agreement hands the country over to the FARC, offering them impunity for crimes against humanity, undeserved seats in Congress, and benefits for ex-combatants. Yes campaigners, in contrast, have presented the Uribistas as the final obstacle to a much-desired peace that will be the solution to all of Colombia's ills. Both visions are ultimately fantasies, leaving voters torn between narratives based on fear and hope. Yet the complex social realities of one of the most unequal countries in the world are unlikely to be decisively shifted by the outcome of the campaign. Much controversy is centred on the phrasing of the question, which no campaigners see as biased towards a yes response. Do you support the final agreement on the end of the conflict and the creation of a lasting and stable peace, it asks. Who, after all, could be against peace? Polling suggests that the yes campaign will win, but whatever happens, the future for Colombia seems unlikely to reflect the claims made by either side.
Nick Morgan. And from Hungary, our correspondent.
No.
In April 19